So he brought his rook in, and yeah, he played this pretty well here. There's not much I can do to stop his rook coming in. Okay, everything's under control by him, and these pawns are just way too strong. And yeah, so here my pawn goes, and I get this one, and he gets this one. But now this pawn is super strong, and I have to bring my king over, otherwise he can just force the pawn through. But the problem now is this is like a diversion, so he's moved my king far away from the king side, and now he's happy to just give up this guy, and he mops up all of these, and this position is pretty much lost, to be honest. So I'm 2 pawns down, and yeah, I've got no compensation really. My king's active, but he's got no weaknesses in his camp. So okay, h4, knight e4. I'm attacking here, but actually probably the simplest way is just to ignore this, because I don't have time to take this. He just keeps pushing. For example, here he's just gonna force the pawn through. Okay, so I can't do that. Okay, he should play h5. He played f3, which, okay, it's not so simple, but then again, it's still winning. Most moves are winning, actually. And now I saw this one glimmer of hope, that if I could maybe put his pawns on white squares on the same color as bishop, maybe I'd have some chances to try and hold a draw. So the first thing I have to do is stop f4, so I played f4 myself. And then my aim is to try and make this bishop really bad. And actually here, this is what he should do. He should check me, and then okay, maybe I go here, so he doesn't have that, and then take. And it looks ugly because I've sort of messed up his pawn structures. But at the end of the day, he's 3 pawns up, and I can't stop all of these pawns. So that's what he should have done. Okay, but being a positional chess player, he went g4 here. Well, I say positional, but this is kind of anti-positional as well. So he wants to keep his pawn structure, but now this bishop's pretty bad, and I was getting more and more hopeful here. So this knight needs to go to e3, so I'm going to maneuver it. Okay, this is a good move, rook a6, so the rook needs to come and defend. My threat was rook a1 before, to try and just win that guy. Okay, rook b2, and now the rook comes back to defend. And actually he's got pretty much everything covered, so I can't do much. I tried to harass him a little bit, attack some weaknesses. Yeah, it's not that easy for him now, but still it's pretty good. And now he should play this move, king f2, and because he's got the first rank covered, I can't do much at all to him. And eventually he's just going to start pushing these pawns once he consolidates. But after here, he played the move I hoped he played. He played rook d3, and this allows me to the first rank, which is really important in this position. So now his rook can't come back to the first rank, and I'm threatening knight e3, so he has to unpin, move the bishop. Now rook h1. And here actually both of us missed something. We both thought that he couldn't play h5 to keep the pawn because of something along these lines here. And if he comes back, this is a draw. So he has to try this way. And then knight d4. And yeah, it was quite funny. I saw this line here. This is going to be mate. It's a neat mate with the rook blocking himself. And so he has to play bishop f1, I thought, but then I got rook h1. And again, this is going to be a draw. Can't progress. Okay, but yeah, after the game, I checked this on the computer and I found this move, rook rook c3 is really strong actually. The point being, if I take this guy, he can check me and attack the knight. So if I go here, he goes here, and I can't defend the knight because of this tactic. Completely lost pawn ending. And yeah, that's quite difficult to spot because I'm attacking the bishop and he just ignores it with rook c3. And okay, I've still got some chance, but okay, I can't take this way because of rook c2. So I have to keep fighting like this or something. But that's what he should have done, and he'll probably be able to win eventually. And yeah, we both missed that. And instead he just played, instead of h5 he played rook d8. Now I take this pawn, and once that pawn goes, it's it's a big deal because this pawn's going to be really hard to advance. These are still on white squares, and yeah, I was quite happy here. I was pretty sure I was going to draw this. So check, king e1, knight g2, knight e3. Okay, come back, it's a draw. So he goes this way, and I get behind this pawn, and I could feel the draw coming to me now. King f6, rook e8, king f7. Now I went rook e5, and yeah, I was thinking how to play. Maybe I can go king f6 here or something. But so I was thinking on this move, and then he stuck his hand up. My first instinct was like, yeah, he's alright. He's given up trying to win, so it's gonna be a draw. So he stuck his hand over the board, well, in my time, and I just said, oh, draw, and he said yes. So I quickly shook his hand, and I was really happy, like defending the whole game, some completely lost ending. Like let's see, so this sort of position, just completely lost pretty much this end game all the way through. And I managed to get here, and he's given up trying to beat me. And yeah, he's offered a draw, and I was really happy actually after the game because I drew against Artur Jussupow, chess legend. So I sort of yeah, sat there for a moment, just enjoying the moment, and sorry, this position, and then I walked around the playing hall. I looked at Nigel Short's game, Mickey Adams' game. All the top players were there, and I was just, yeah, enjoying the moment. Another step forward in my chess. And then, on my way back to the room, I was just thinking, it was really strange actually. Why did he stick his hand out in my time? And then, I was thinking back to the position. And thinking, and I was just, I didn't have the position that clearly in my mind because he stuck his hand out really quickly, and yeah, I didn't have a chance to think much in the final position. And I also thought it was really strange because after the game he just really quickly just put the pieces back. No, he didn't even put the pieces back. He just signed the score sheets and just left straight like that. So my first instinct was that he'd be pretty angry, like he messed up this draw. But it's really strange behavior because I know Jussupow usually like really sporting guy. So I get back to the room and I'm still thinking, and it just suddenly occurred to me, like, rook e5, was that like a blunder or something? And then I suddenly had this moment of realization, and I was just like, I don't know, eureka or something. This position, it's just two moves: rook g1, king to d2 or b2, knight c4, and the rook's gone, and I've beaten Artur Jussupow. Well, that didn't happen, and yeah, that moment of shock horror, I can't explain it. It was like, oh god, just to know you've thrown half a point away like that. And thinking back to it now, I think Jussupow was probably resigning in this position. So yeah, he stuck his hand out, Rook e5, and then I actually saw in his eyes he was like really shocked at something, but it was only for a moment, and he stuck out his hand, and then yeah, he's probably resigning. I think he was resigning at the time, probably, or I don't know, maybe he was trying to, he was tricking me. He didn't give me an opportunity to think of the position. But yeah, it's just completely lost. I mean, if you give me this position and I had 1 or 2 minutes to see, I'm pretty sure I'd be able to see this. But he basically played the move and immediately stuck his hand out. And I, having defended for the whole game, I was like, oh, draw. Oh yeah, nice one. Yeah, good result. Thanks. Blah 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 blah. But yeah, so after that game, I completely dropped half a point, dropped the chance to beat a 2600 player. And after that, my tournament just went completely downhill. I never really recovered from that, just mentally or anything. But I think this experience has taught me a lot. I mean, first thing is, yeah, you don't want to rush when you make big decisions, just on the board or off the board. Because this, I guess, this is a bit different. Because I could explain it in so many ways why I accepted the draw. Well, why I offered the draw effectively. But I mean, he just stuck his hand out, and it's like, it's like when someone sticks their hand out to shake your hand, you don't just ignore them or something. But it never ever crossed in my mind that I could win, having been 2 pawns down in that ending. But I guess I should also be more ambitious and more tricky. And yeah, so that's how I got conned. I basically conned myself, really. And hopefully after sharing this with you guys, I can get over it and start playing some good chess. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.